Hi, 6th grade math students. This is a review of the histogram section of our Intro to Statistics chapter 13. And I'm going to be doing some histogram work right here in this video. So if you need to review those in particular, here's a great place to start. As a reminder, you can always reach out to me personally for help on specific problems, but hopefully this example will be beneficial to you. Let's dive in. The data below shows the attendance of 40 students during the month of April. The number of days each student was absent from school are recorded as follows. Okay, so this is 40 students. It's a row of 4 by 10 numbers. This is in no particular order. Step 1, part A, complete the table. Well, they already gave us our little interval ranges here for our histogram that we're going to draw later on, but we have to populate this table with the right data. So let's see, number of students absent 0 or 1 days. Now we count all the zeros or ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. All right, so 27 students were absent only 0 or 1, because this is a range, days from that grading period in April. All right, now let's look at our range of 2 to 3. We have to count all the 2s or 3s. They both count because they're both in this range. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. There are 10 in the range of 2 to 3. All right. What would you expect this number to be? Take a moment to think about that. We're still going to count to make sure, but what would you expect that number to be? Hopefully you realize that if there are 40 total students, and we've counted 37 of them, this should be 3 students that missed 4 or 5 days, but we've got to check. So let's look for all our 4s and 5s. 1, 2, 3, gotta check all the numbers. Any more 4s or 5s? No, it's just as we suspected. Only 3 students missed that many days, which is a higher number for all of April. All right, great, we've completed our table. Time to draw a histogram of the information. All righty. If you are not very adept at drawing straight lines freehand, you may absolutely get a straight edge. In fact, I'd recommend it if you're not very good at it, which is okay. We know Mrs. Espenshade doesn't have great artistic skills, but for some reason she was able to manage the straight lines this time. Alrighty, are we ready? Now, on our left side, our vertical axis, our y-axis, we're going to put which data sets from up here? We're going to put a range of numbers between 3 and 27 actually, because we want for a histogram our bars to be a range of this 0 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5. What looks like it would be a good number to count by? I'll give you a second to think about that. It would be probably wise to count by 3. Now, 10 won't fall exactly in a count by 3s, but it'll be easy enough to put in place. All right, as always, start at 0, 3, 6, make sure we're labeling, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. All right, we've gone high enough. Now it's time for our intervals. All right, we're gonna have one right here. This is going to be our 0 to 1. Notice how I don't put this 0 to 1 interval on one single tick mark. I show it's between these two, right? Technically, all of this is 0 to 1. Good. Now, because I'm going directly to the 2 to 3, I'm not skipping to the 4 to 5, I need to do it right next to this. I can't leave any space. So this is going to be our 2 to 3. And it, again, is an interval of our little range here. And the next one is going to be our 4 to 5. Great. Let's check. How many students were absent between 0 and 1 day? Well, we already found that. We found it from all of our data. We put it in this chart so we don't have to look at that gross pile of data anymore, and we have it organized. 27. So I'm going to go up to 27. Now, I'm not just making a point. I am showing a little bar in this range. Good. And then fill it in as neatly as you can, or representatively fill it in. Try not to go outside the bar because that'll get a little wacky. All right, then right immediately adjacent to it, between 2 and 3 days, how many people missed that many days? 10. All right, so we're gonna go just above the 9. And here we go for 10 days. And this is going to indicate, not 10 days, sorry, 10 students missed between 2 and 3 days. Good, that's what that represents. All right, last but not least, the few students who missed between 4 and 5 days in a month are 3. So we're gonna go up to 3, and all of these values are in 3. 3 students. Great, we've drawn a histogram to represent our data. Let's finish the problem. What percent of the students were absent for at most 1 day for the whole month of April? Well, at most 1 day, well, we know it has to be the students between 0 and 1 day, right? Which is, we can either interpret from our table or from our histogram, 27 students. So we know 27 students missed at most 1 day, but they're not asking for the number of students. They're asking for the percent. Yes. So we're gonna start off by making a fraction from our data because that's pretty easy. 27 students out of the how many total? Well, if you didn't remember, you could go back and look at the problem. It's written there for you. 40 total students. Good, so 27 40ths. Now, think way back to the beginning of the year. How are we going to turn this fraction into a percent? Well, the denominator isn't easily multiplied by something directly to get to a denominator of 100 or percent. So we're going to choose our other method. Multiply by 100% over 1. And we're going to get 2,700 over 40. Our easy first thing to do is cancel out that 0. And now we have a math problem to figure out our percent. 270 divided by 4. All right, let's do this. Let's take it home. 6 times 4 is 24. 27 minus 24 is 3. Carry down the 0. All right, keep cranking. What times 4 is close to 30? Well, 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. We don't have anything else to carry down, so we're going to add a decimal point and carry down this 0 here. Ah, haha! 4 times 5 is exactly 20. So we're finished, and this is our percentage. 67.5% of the students were absent at most 1 day for the whole month of April. All right, hopefully that was a helpful take on histograms for you. Here's a brief aerial view of everything that we just did. Again, I'm always available to answer your math questions. So if you have any more in detail you need to ask about, I am free via call, text, email, Zoom chat during school hours. And of course, if it's not during school hours, you can still send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, probably the next school day. All right, that's all for now.